Alright, bro. Ready to get rid of it? What you want to do under it?
Fade all around.
Do you like keeping your C-cups?
It's been so, I don't even really know, bro. I ain't got a haircut in a long time. I really just be like, bro, do what look best, you feel me, type shit.
Yeah, we're going to leave a good amount of hair so we can lay it down. Try and get some ripples before you leave out here. See, it's light right here. Do you want me to fade all this and then go into the dark?
No, I mean, we can even do that. I usually like a goatee.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Let's do it. All right, YouTube. So today my client's deciding to cut his hair off due to his scalp. He's been dealing with, you know, a drier scalp. So he wants to do a scalp treatment. So he went ahead and booked an appointment. This is my first time cutting his hair, so I don't know what's under this. I'm cutting the dreads at pretty much where they start so that, you know, he can keep them. And if he wants to reattach them at a, you know, in the future, he can definitely do that. So I'm just bringing the dreads up, and I'm using my clippers to do this just because I don't want to, you know, waste my shears and dull them out a little bit. There's just no point in doing that when I can just use my clippers. And these clippers are very sharp. So yeah. And any nubs that I see that are still like, you know, locked up, we're gonna go ahead and clip them. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick his hair out. We're gonna take it down to an even length. Now I think washing hair, when you cut off a lot of amounts of hair like that, it's not optional, it's mandatory. So if you guys go to the barbershop and you're cutting your locks off and your barber don't wash it, yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. Like that is mandatory. That is crucial. Just cleanliness, you know? Cleanliness is important. And it makes your job easier. I don't understand why some barbers don't wash hair. I think every barbershop should be equipped with some sort of sink. Even if it's not an official wash bowl, you gotta have some sort of, you know, sink or something, because it's crucial. I'm gonna begin my fade at the bottom of his neck. And this is where I started to see kind of the drier scalp, but he still wanted a fade. I told him a high fade would not fit his head shape. So we're gonna keep his C-cups and kind of drop the fade. This is gonna be like a mid to low drop fade pretty much. And it's gonna hug his head perfectly. And I wanted to make this video a little longer just to show you guys the full process of a big transformation. This is a big transformation. He's gonna leave out of here looking like a completely different person than what he came in. So I went ahead and debulked with, I believe, my 2, and then under this, I'm just gonna fade this up into the longer hair up top. Very simple, not hard to fade. There's thousands of tutorials of how to fade. I'm here to show you guys how to take someone from looking like how he came in to how he's gonna leave. So if you're new to the channel, join. Let's get it. Happy you're here. And I always tell people, use a comb when you're fading. Using a brush is gonna compress the hair down too much and it'll kind of deceive yourself. So it'll have you thinking something's, faded, but then you go ahead and comb it and now it lifts up off the scalp, because that's what a comb does. It catches all the hair and it lifts it up, whereas a brush will clump it together and lay it down. That's why people use brushes to, as a waver, you brush your hair because it'll clump it and lay it down. Whereas a comb will rise it up, lift it. And I'm gonna follow the fade all around his head, doing the same thing to this side. Now I may have to switch up certain positions of the clipper due to this being the opposite side of his head. So it's not always about doing the exact same thing, it's about keeping everything consistent with what you know. So I know I have to make this fade even all around, drop it in the back where it meets. And before I wash it, I want to make sure every line is faded in this fade, because once you wash it, that's really going to expose if you truly faded it correctly or not. Because once you wash it, we're going to lay it down, everything's going to be laid. Right now, everything's lifted. After we wash it, everything's going to be laid. And I've been trying this technique out and it's been working much better, because usually I'll cut the dreads, then wash it, then fade them. But this technique, you're going to see how it comes out at the end. It's fire. To me, it lays everything down just so much better. And his main thing, he didn't want to be bald. He didn't want it to look like a Caesar. He said he didn't really want to see scalp. So I'm trying to keep it dark while still making sure it's at a good level to be laid down. And here's the fun part. So we're gonna wash it. I'm gonna do 2 coats of shampoo, washing it out each time and then going back. And then I added some conditioner in this hair, and now this is pretty much some foam, some wave foam that'll help, moisturize his scalp and lay his hair down perfectly. And you're gonna wanna wipe all the excess off and apply the do-rag while brushing it in. Of course, before you put the do-rag on. And this process will ensure his hair is laid flat. And I was being creative. I was about to double wrap it, but these the length of the do-rag was short, so it was kind of hard to wrap the second one, but we still got it done. That's gonna add extra compression, and I applied heat to it for about 5-6 minutes. And now look, it's completely laid. There's some parts at the top I went ahead and freehanded. Now I wiped his skin down with some alcohol, and now I applied some hairspray, and we're gonna get started on the lineup. I'm gonna start in the middle, and he kind of has a rainbow hairline. The highest point is in the middle, so that's kind of why I started there in the middle. And I think the C cups looked great on him. I'm glad we didn't do it without it. This haircut fit him perfectly. Like, you guys will see his reaction at the end. And as you can see, it's crispy before we even add enhancements. Crispy. I'm gonna line up his goatee starting from the bottom. And we're gonna make sure this thing looks good. He was pretty picky about the length of it. He didn't want it too short. And if you guys are interested in longer versions of these videos, you guys can check out the Patreon. It's in the link in the description down below. Now we're using our enhancements. Shout out to Get Beamed. I'm using his compressor. It's cordless. I'm using it just because it's flexible. Like I can, I mainly got it for traveling. Who's trying to carry around a big wired compressor, I'm gonna get a wireless one. So shout out Easy Blade. Also use my promo code the4thken for 10% off your any purchase. And now I'm gonna just do some last minute detailing, just freehanding the frizzy hairs.
Damn. Yeah.
Looks good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. God damn.
I kept the C's. I just think it fits your head better.
Okay.
Kept the fade a little lower on it, just to complement your head shape. So this is how my client came in, and this is how he's leaving. He gonna keep them dreads just in case he wants to reattach. So anyways, it's your boy 4 and I'm out. Peace.